Excuse me, folks. It's smoky here and it sucks.
Or you're like, are you recording today or?
I will be when we get started. It looks like, hey,
Looks like we're live.
I
we
hear
are
early
live.
frost for us in Minnesota.
Well, hello, everybody. We are live. We are live on YouTube's new format, so no more double streaming. And just BOSTO and favor to everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday. And, actually, it feels good to have a Friday. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Amber is on an airplane, so she won't be joining us. And I asked Darth to take her place. And so Darth graciously has agreed to join the panel. And of course, which I consider the two founders. Wait a minute, I think I forgot one other person, but
Yeah.
Steve and Nina and Jennifer will be joining us. Trust me, I realized I just did something that I hadn't remembered. So you two, three, talk amongst yourself. I have one more little chore to do. If Jennifer is watching, your invite is coming. So there we go. Nina, we'll start with you first. How has your week been?
It's been good, really good. Yeah, we had a full moon last night.
Yeah.
So that was pretty intense. It's very emotional, this full moon. So if anybody's feeling like they're getting triggered or they could get into situations where they might get triggered, you might want to sort of just back off and just be mindful of that full moon energy right now.
Back down, man.
Yeah. Just stay away from certain people or situations, that might otherwise trigger you.
Yeah.
It's full moon in Aries while Mars is retrograde. So that's
Yes.
Pisces.
Right.
I can tell you here, because of the smoke, we had a blood moon Wednesday night.
Right.
I mean, it was as red as I've never seen a blood moon as red as the moon was. And yeah, so something's up. There we go. Jennifer is on her way in. So the crew is here. And hello, Jennifer. How are you?
Hi. Oh,
Good
one
to see
second. Sorry.
Steve, what's going on in your end? I don't see Locke here.
Yeah, Locke. I've had a couple of days where I've had Locke a little underexposed to his UV light and heat, including this afternoon. So, for his own well-being, long run, he's not spending any more time outside of his cage today. So he's fine. He's just upstairs enjoying himself.
Hey, listen, I think that's cool. Miss Jennifer, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I was listening to Nina. The moon, me and Abigail stood outside and watched that moon last night. It was otherworldly. It was beautiful. But then the energies today, lots of people around me have been either breaking down or having arguments. So I've been the floating island between between the many. And so, Nina, you are spot on to how some people have reacted to those energies. It's been intense.
Maybe it's my socks, but I got happy feet.
I've been dancing all day. I'm fine.
I don't know.
Either that or you stay away from those situations, right?
Yeah, I really do. I do my best to,
just stay away.
Yeah, just transmute. Darth, we haven't seen you for a little while. We have want to know how you are doing and how's everything.
Trying to clear the energy around here. It just did a saging thing last night, so hopefully.
Well, I think a full moon's a good time to do a cleansing. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I charge my deck in the full moon, so.
Excellent. That's and if you have amulets or like I do, crystal balls, put them out in the moonlight and get them charged up. That's what you're supposed to do.
I charged mine last night.
See, folks, it works. Nina, you have doing the 1, 2, 3. Have you already got that ready? Or okay, I'll let you take it away.
Done all that. So so sit back and relax, everybody. I know it's a full moon energy, and lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, but just try and sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and meditate on the numbers 1, 2, or 3 while you think of a question. Okay. And then once you have that number,
Oh,
just
this
comment
is
the
a-
number. That way keeps you accountable for the number that you picked, as well as to kind of tells me exactly who's picking what and what the trend will kind of be. And I've already pre-done this, so I can kind of see what the trend is. And for those of you who watch Hump Day, a lot of the same. So a lot of the same cards are coming up. So, and it actually goes with the full moon energy. So it's really weird how that all works out. So I'm going to start with number 1 here. Hopefully you've picked your number already. If you are number 1, you pick number 1 and you have a question. Fortunately, the no card came up. And I thought, you know what else can I pick? So I picked another one and it came up not this time, not at this time. So I'm like, okay, so that is exactly the card that number 1 needs for whatever reason. Not at this time, I think sounds better than no, but then the guides are reminding us, and I think this came up last week as well, if not on Hump Day. I get confused because there's so many of them now. Release toxic relationships. And with this full moon right now, this is a really good time to do that. And also to avoid certain people or certain situations. Then the crystal angel is Jade, which is wellness, which also goes with this full moon. The recovery of health and wellness is here. Basically, what this is telling you, this is a good time for healing, okay, especially during this full moon energy here now, to release and for healing. And that's exactly what I did last night. And that's exactly what the cards are telling you for number 1, okay? So I hope that resonates for you. For those of you who picked number 2 and you had a question, they're saying to be assertive. So whatever your question was, you might need to be a little bit more assertive to get your point across or to get your way. The guides are reminding you to appreciate your talents. And the crystal angel is citrine. Unnecessary worry. This card keeps coming up a lot for this broadcast here. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing or solutions, whatever God means to you. And again, worries, healing, releasing keeps coming up at this time. Appreciate your talents though. So, if you've been having some sad days or some self-doubts or whatever, don't forget all the positive things that you bring into this world, okay, that you have. But you might need to be a little bit more assertive. So just be mindful of that. And I like to say don't be worried, but I mean, who is not worried at this time? There's so much to be worried about, so many uncertainties or whatever, but just to be mindful of not to try and let it bog you down more than it needs to be, to just sort of be aware of those feelings, be aware of that, and then just try to let it go. Try to, let it go. I would suggest a little extra self-care this week or this weekend, but just because of this moon. All right, so if you picked number 3 and you had a question, they're saying within the next few weeks. I believe this also came up last week. So if you're asking the same thing, you're getting the same kind of answer. The guides are reminding you to be yourself. That also came up last week. So if you're trying to be a people pleaser, you're trying to be what other people expect you to be, they're trying to remind you to maybe not to be, because if they don't like you for who you are, then who, do you even want them around? The crystal angel is Ashurite, deep emotional healing. Again, healing keeps coming up. Your heart is ready to heal from past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. So basically, again, self-care. This is a good time with this full moon energy and whatever to do a little bit more self-care, a little extra rest maybe, try and get some more sleep, nice salt bath or whatever it is self-care looks like for you. Okay, that might be a really good time this weekend. But again, try not to, be please other people. Try to, be yourself. Be yourself. You're going to be a lot more happier. Okay. And whatever your question was within the next few weeks for that one there. So it seems the trend for this week, I guess, is, releasing. Okay, whatever no longer serves you, whether that be relationships or situations, I would suggest to avoid those this weekend because the energy is kind of intense right now. And take care of yourself, more rest and self-care. That would be my suggestion. So I hope that resonates for everyone.
I'm hearing the song Emotional Healing by the Rolling Stones.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Are y'all
There you
hearing that
go.
song now? I mean, those of you who've
That's
never
it.
heard it, type in, you'll
Emotional healing. There you go.
Nick is singing to us,
Yep.
talking about some emotional healing. So, and I kind of look at, energy that's intense. If you are good at transmuting energy, this is a time you can really jack yourself up. I mean, it's like drinking like, 6-pack of Red Bull, it's like, all right, baby. So thanks, Nina. Steve, you will kick this off with, and I'll just kind of let you know how the rotation will go. Nina, you start out with the first, and then it's Steve, Jen, Darth, Nina, Steve, Jen. And so Lost in Space for you, Steve. Jen, I have Leno, Burden, and then Darth, Gaia, and then Nina, Elizabeth.
All right. Sounds good. So the
You wanted the screen share, right?
I wanted to do a really quick little screen share. I just wanted to show this off. A fan of mine from some of my more punk rock people that I know. Can you see that? Guy, he made, like, I didn't know he was going to do it. It was just a gift. So he made a cool little thing for me, and that's Locke on my head, breathing fire.
Yeah.
I felt
I'm old enough, Steve, that this
such
reminds
a
me
gesture. This guy, it was so cool.
This reminds me of R. Crumb. That's cool. I mean, that's right up there with Phineas and the rest of the boys. So love it.
I made that my profile pic across the board. I love it so much.
It brought laughter to me. It's joy.
Yeah.
It's great. I know. The guy's awesome. Did all that for free. We were trying to commission him maybe to do some art for our band or something like that.
Far out. Well, if any of you are looking for that's good stuff there. That contact Steve.
Yeah, I'll get you in touch with him and see if he commissions pieces or whatever. So let's kick things off. Today, the orange-bellied parrot will be our guide. He's a fire elemental. Most of the birds are air elementals. This one's a fire elemental. Radiance, expression, communication, and acceleration. All right. So this is your very it's a tropical bird, so it's got all of that energy that you expect from the birds of that region. So Lost in Space is our first guy, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to grab a Rider-Waite Smith for this one. All right. We have the Seven of Wands reversed. So you've been in the middle of some heated kind of competition, a struggle with a bunch of other people that are very passionate about their positions, and you're feeling a bit defeated. You're overwhelmed, and you're having trouble. You're having trouble moving your will forward. The rune of Gebo is popping up here. So there's and this rune's been popping up. It popped up a couple of times just recently in other readings I was doing. So it's the rune of balance. It's the rune of gifts. There's something. This is happening because there's some sort of uneven, like somebody's not giving properly, right? So this balances it out and is causing this kind of turmoil. So yeah, I'm thinking back over here with the orange belly parrot, our theme of the day. It's the acceleration element is what I'm picking up would be a focus point. I think you're not giving it enough of your full power.
Thank you, Steve. I never have we pulled that rune up. That was just sounded new to me.
Gebo? Not sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 24 in the Elder Futhark that I roll with.
Okay. Cool. I'm learning. I'm keeping notes. Miss Jennifer, you have
Hey.
Linnell.
Okay, Linnell. So, hi to you. We've got the Eight of Cups for the first card there, and we have the Eight of Wands that I wanted to clarify it with. So there's two eights there, and I'm just going to quickly say on the bottom of the deck is the Death card, Major Arcana, and the bottom of the other deck is the Ten of Cups. The reason I'm telling you all of that is because there's something that you know emotionally that you need to walk away from. There's something that you know you need to leave behind. That's not to say that that's an easy process, though. There's a slight game that you're having to play right now to make the timing of it right. Many moving parts. With this Eight of Wands, clarifying it, there's a bit of fire, a bit of fire, but it's fire that isn't in control. Now, whether that's from you or whether that's from whoever you're needing to, or whatever situation you're needing to walk away from, I don't quite know. But as far as advice for you, you can't control other people's control that they have on their elements. It's up to you only you can control your elements. With that being said, when you do control your elements, both the water and the fire, be careful not to put your fire out with the water that's in the cups. Be careful to keep what is passionate and what is dear to you, what drives you, in place without extinguishing yourself with these two elements. You have to channel them in the right way. Divinity and sovereignty, it's very important to keep in mind here that there does seem to be a looming death of something, a looming death of a cycle that you've been in. I'm feeling with somebody. But with that being said, being brave and utilizing your elements and channeling them rather than they channel you brings this Ten of Cups. It brings this alignment, which will feel like such a release to you and such a relief. And know that this is very similar energy to what Nina has already discussed when we first started, that there's a lot about this moon that's asking us to let go of things that don't serve us anymore, to bring alignment. And like Wayne said earlier on, the most challenging energies, sometimes I've gotten to the point now where I can use the elements so much that I feel like I can roll with them. I feel like, oh yeah, this is dividends. This means I can gain more credits here because of the challenges, the way I can challenge these elements within me. And so I want you to see it a little bit more like the game that it is. They're playing chess here on this Eight of Cups, you know? So win the game.
I love that. And you know, and I know we've got over 60 requests, folks. I mean, this is just, but I want to make a comment here. In my meditation, I saw the Death card, and the interesting thing about the Death card is that death is actually life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you turn death upside down, it's alive. I mean, it's one and the same. I mean, people look at it as something negative, something frightening. Yeah, I guess there is a part of that, but for myself, I see it as renewal.
I think it's
Exactly.
another womb. It's another womb. And we go through life going through wombs. We go through life coming out of caves. We go through life cooking in a certain cave, and then being expelled from that cave when it's ready to grow into something else. And the physical death is just that. It's going into exiting another womb, being this realm, this earth that we stand upon, and into another another existence, but that happens all the time. We're always, things are always dying and living, and it's a flow, being in flow.
I like that. Thank you, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Darth, you have Gaia.
Okay, 7 of Cups, and you have Temperance. There are many choices around your head and many options. Pretty much like everybody else, your head is probably swarming and you don't know which ideas. I know mine is right now. Ah, crap, where's the Temperance page? Doo-doo-doo.
You're living it.
Yep. You may be managing a huge workload, balancing budgets, or negotiation with demanding people. Careful assess your priorities, and you'll get the balance right. Give others what you need in responsibility measures, but convert your energy to make time to schedule, plan, and care for your own needs. Overall, this card asks you to redress whatever it is out of Killert. I have no idea what that word is. Kilter.
I don't know.
It's
I had never
kilter,
seen that word.
kilter.
Kilter?
Kilter, out of
means to
kilter.
fall over,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
kiltering.
Ah,
Don't kilter.
You're out of balance.
okay.
Yeah.
Connecting with guides and angels will help for extra guidance.
Cool. Thank you, Darth. And it's good that we have a good video connection. I felt bad last time. It's like every time I
I
called the
did
guy,
not
he was
enjoy
out
that.
there. I was like, what happened?
I did not enjoy that whatsoever.
Well, perseverance. Nina, let you know you have Elizabeth, and then after Elizabeth, you will also have Barry, Chad on the next round, and then if you want to go further than that, you have Lavera. So that's like 3
Okay.
coming up in
Hopefully I
the round.
remember that.
Steve, you have Pamela next, and Jen, you have Mike Williams, and then Darth, you'll have Jolie.
I just
Jolie.
wanted to add too with that death card. To me, it signifies addiction. You see the guy with the chain, like breaking the chain on the bottom there. So yeah, there's that as well in there in the death card. And it's also new renewal. The death of something is beginning of something new. So whether that means breaking the chains of something, you know, we all have addictions in one form or another. So
No.
no.
Are
Some
you
are addicted
kidding
to
me?
cards, you know. No, seriously, they'll come to you for cards like every day because they're addicted to it. So
I'm guilty.
there you go.
My addiction, my drug is chocolate. I swear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, hey, little boy, come over here.
I hear you on that one, yeah.
White or vanilla, Wayne?
Yeah. Anyways, so Elizabeth, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we got, and I'm sure Wayne, you can come up with a song on this one. The Sunshine Lollipops.
Oh man. Who can make the sun shine?
Yeah, so let's get some positivity in here, right? In between all these cards.
I mean, you talk about a little heavyweight, man. I mean, I got to bring a little Sammy Davis in, you know, it's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I'll lighten the load a little bit here. Okay. You have every reason to skip, hop, and to leap with joy. Optimism is the only reasonable choice because everything else is an illusion. Hope is the only thing that matters because it points to the inevitable. The glass is not only half full, as Psalm 23 says, it's runneth over.
Oh, that's true. And, you know, actually in physics, quantum physics, the cup is running over all the time, regardless if it's half full or empty.
Right.
It's
Right,
filled with
exactly.
something.
It's all an illusion, like it says, right? So, yeah.
Thank you. You see, folks. Steve, Pamela Vogel.
Right.
This
Pamela,
is fun.
Pamela, we have for you the Three of Swords reversed. Three of Swords reversed. So you've got you've been looking over this idea very carefully, and this picture that you got of it is it's not quite hitting the mark, whether you're aware of it or not. It's not the most it's there's something misunderstood about all the little bullet points about this concept in your head. And we've got Brashkana has popped up. I think basically talking about patience. You're kind of getting ahead of the development process. It's in the development process, and you're probably worrying a little too much about it. So in that respect, I would say that you are probably just whoever that this is in relationship to. Just have that communication open with them from a place of patience. You're waiting because it's in development.
Thank you. Real stuff, man. Real stuff. Jen, Mike Williams.
Hey, Mike. So for you, Mike, we've got the Two of Pentacles. So you can see he's juggling and making the shape of the infinity sign, but you see it's on its side. He's kiltering. He's not keeping his kilter. He's kiltering. He's juggling and he's out of balance. It's not straight across. He's out of balance. He has one foot up. He's having to work real hard to juggle things in his life, things in his physical reality, things in his world. Maybe two different worlds altogether. Maybe it's the juggling of home life and juggling of work life, and it's become difficult. You can see the waves in the background here and this boat coming up to this high wave. There's an insecurity here, an instability here. The difference is that you're trying to maintain too many things at once. There's a lack of bravery here to dedicate yourself to one thing and know that it will bring the abundance that you need, to dedicate all of your energy to one thing and know that you'll be provided for. So the more that you keep juggling, the problem is you get tired when you juggle. This is why it's out of balance. To recognize this infinity sign, it's very important because this is a conveyor belt of eternity. And so we come to a point here where we're maybe going through something, we're feeling some pressures in life. We hopefully are growing through them, even though it doesn't feel like it at the time, but we're expanding ourselves, expanding understandings of ourselves through these hardships. Now, hopefully when you get to this side, you're going to get spat out to another side. But if you're continually juggling, and this would be your balance, this would be a relief because you've put all the hard work of working and expanding on this side. But because this is out of balance, because you've got something else on this side already, when you're getting spat out at this side, you're going to keep going back to juggling because you're not quite focusing on one pentacle that you can hold on to, one direction that you can fully put yourself into. And this is through lack of confidence. Some real manifestation words, some real words of intent of how awesome you are every morning. Some real words of intent and the King of Cups comes out. So basically, this King of Cups knows his intuition very, very well. He channels his emotions very, very well. So to channel your water into the pentacles, the earth will make whatever you put good intent and confidence in yourself, it will make it grow. Whatever seeds you water with this King of Cups, with this internal water, this intuition, it will grow and it will provide for you, Mike. So be confident and go for that because you're tiring yourself out a little bit.
Thank you, Jen. Darth Jolie.
Page of Spears. As a person, the page is a young individual, male or female, who is aesthetic and talkative. Apply to a situation. The card means good news and often shows a young situation, such as a project in development, practically in writing and in the arts. You may connect with old friends to talk about new ideas. So this is a creative and sociable times.
Thank you there, Darth. Nina Barry Chad.
All right, so for Barry, we
I'm
got
gonna do a card tonight.
Psst, ahem, hey, you. It says, we'd like to interrupt this oracle deck with a very important announcement. There is nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power. Zip, nada, zilch. It's time to look your fears straight in the eye and call them out as the insignificant posers they really are. That resonates for you, Barry.
Posers.
Posers, yeah.
Damn posers. I mean, all the time screwing up. Steve, you have Cam Camara, and then Jennifer, you have Ramjer Ram.
Cam Camara. All right.
People are enjoying this. The dude most high. That's what it is, Peter.
We got the Six of Pentacles reversed. Six of Pentacles reversed, right? So here you're in a situation of wealth distribution, right? You know, you need to pay people, or people you care about are asking you for money and such. You know, like, you know, you're the guy, and but there's something imbalanced with your generosity. There's something, you know, because the Six of Pentacles, the man has the scales on, right? And you see that he is looking at two people, or he's got two people on their knees begging him, and he gives to one and not the other. So you know, it is perhaps that your wealth distribution is misplaced for whatever your matter is. And Issa has popped up. So this is coming from there's something related to your identity that's actually involved with this. There's something that says, like, I don't want to, for perhaps selfish reasons, not putting a negative connotation on the selfishness, but the Six of Pentacles did pop up reversed. So to be considerate of whether you've got that all properly placed, because there's nothing inherently wrong with having Issa. It's a rune that can't be reversed. So I would look at, you know, what do you got here? I would look at the expression part, you know, to express yourself through your wealth.
Far out. Sometimes I always hear that song with Bono, you know, with YouTube. If you want to learn how to pray, get on your knees, boy. Then it occurred to me that when you get on your knees to pray, your point of view is cut off. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
You get the idea. Yeah. Jen, Ramjer Ram.
Ramjaram. So you have the 10 of Wands, but it's in reverse. You can see how brutal this deck is with the 10 of Wands. Now this deck is the Sacred Sexual Energy deck. Felt I needed to pull this for the next cards. You can see that she's tied here. If you put it the right way up, she's tied here to a plank, and she's on fire. You know, she's burning. It hurts. It's not pleasant. It's in reverse, and so almost as if, but the Ace of Wands is also in reverse for you. So there's something here where you have lost that passion, you've lost that confidence regarding your passion. Of course, this is in the lower part of you. So I don't know if something has happened in relationship. I don't know if you've been trying to carry too many burdens for too long and all of a sudden things have started to burn you. It feels a little bit like you've been trying to be the one to protect others, other relationships, and you've been working hard to do that, yet it happens a lot. You're the actual one that got burnt. You're the one that is now the direction where this uncontrolled, as you can see, fire is coming at you. It's uncomfortable, it's burdensome, and it's oppressive. And I want to say to you that this is not only abusive to self, to put yourself in this situation for any longer. It is abusive to anybody who's looking up to you. Because you are much stronger than this, and your passions are beautiful, and your creativity, your fire is on point. Usually people attack the very things that they're jealous of. And so, you know, I want you to really get in your space again, get in your flow again, get in your passions with yourself again, and recognize that you don't have to put up with this behavior. It's not fair and it's not right. And these problems are for others to sort out. You have your own problems to sort out, as we all do, and as it all should be. So have confidence in that.
Thank you, Jen. Darth, you have Harmony, A, and then Nina, Lavera, Steve, Amy, Ben, and Jen, Taylor, Ann will be up.
Is it me now or
Who's up?
Darth.
Darth? Right.
Oh, sorry, I'm shuffling here.
It's okay.
The Tower. Shocking events, sudden changes, and chaos are traditional Tower meaning, but you are not responsible. Oh. The upside is that you are released from old ways of being or living, and awaken to what is now possible. There is an opportunity to learn from the past and create stronger foundation for the future.
Thank you. Thank you, Darth. Nina, Lavera.
All right, Lavera. All right. So I got just say no. The divine buzz. Everybody has a different phrase for it. Being in the now, a connection with all that is, living in the moment. Here's the thing. There are no words that can explain it, but baby, you know you can feel it. Savor it for all it's worth.
I get visions of Fonzie, you know, Happy Days.
Yeah.
Hey! Steve, you have Amy, Ben, Ezra.
Who's my next one there, Wayne?
Let's see. You have will be Silver Fox.
Okay.
So me with Amy.
Amy, Ben, Ezra.
All right. That's one person, Amy Ben Ezra. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah. I think.
All right. We have the Hierophant. Whatever's going on with you, it's coming from the the highest of the social order of things. This is this is the the people that tell you like, well, this is the way we do things around here, right? It's all that kind of pomp and circumstances of life. And let's see, my symbol has popped up, Yunga, so hang tight. And let's see, so Gebo has popped up again. And so all of this stuff that is going on, it's once again a matter of things being balanced, and that's why it's kind of a part of this establishment, this status quo, if you will. And so this is the kind of thing where I would say, if anything on our parrot works, it's the radiance. And Yunga, when it pops up, every time it pops up with me, because I like, I just kind of like let whatever come through. It's always just more of like a foot. It's almost like a footnote. It's almost like it just underscores what's going on, because I can never quite find the words to say what it means that it pops up, other than perhaps a bit of a purification process in some way, shape, or form, a kind of healing process that's a little bit different than, say, if I were drawing the Hagalaj rune, which is the rune for that literal healing, cleansing process.
I'm keeping a little score, kind of look at the end of it. It's interesting how it's tracking. Thank you, Steve. Jen, Taylor Ann.
Hey, Taylor Ann. So you have the transformation card, which is the death card in this deck. You can see this black-dressed figure nursing this person who is close to the transition point. It's called transformation in this deck rather than death. Now, two cards popped out with that. They weren't going back in. We've got the Emperor. It's called the Consort in this, but it's in reverse. You can see it's a very strong figure, very passionate figure. He has his legs open, his arms open. He's not afraid to show all of his chakra points. And also the Nine of Cups, but in reverse also. And so this is really difficult for you, because it feels like there is an oppression again for you. And this is causing a transition point, but it's up to you to move through this strategically and with confidence. It feels like there's some kind of authority figure or authority structure that is causing real issues for you, causing a lot of discomfort for you, where the Nine of Cups in the upright is abundance and bliss and happiness, and while the Emperor, the Consort in the upright, is number 4, foundation, authority, guidance, a father-like figure. This is the patriarch gone rogue. This is a very authoritative, very causing obstacles in your life, causing obstacles to where you want to be, to the transition that you want to make, and it's very uncomfortable for you. I want to say to you, don't accept defeat. Again, another theme, like for many people tonight, has been that push further into this energy, go further into this wall. There is no wall that is fixed to you. There's nothing in front of you that your energy cannot crash through. There is nothing in front of you that can stop you from being on your path. If you're doing it with intent, if you're doing it out of a wholeness, if you're doing it out of a balanced place, that even when people try to imbalance your structure or things try to imbalance your structure all around you, the test to get through that and be strong and firm with that is going to exhilarate you at the end. So where you might be feeling drained here and trapped here, this isn't your cage. This is your victory, because you can get out of whatever this situation is.
Thank you. Siri, this is interesting day today. Darth Jolie, and then I have Jen, Nina, I think I told you Silver Fox, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then Steve, Candy, Jim, and then Jennifer, I was. All right, Darth Jolie.
Jolie, you have the devil card. Only you can conquer the devil. Your guides are there just to help you. No one but you can conquer the devil. A good example of this would be in the Clone Wars TV show when Master Yoda still had his trial to conquer his shadow side. He believed that he had already conquered his devil, but Qui-Gon came back from the dead or through the Force and was talking to Yoda about how he was able to keep his consciousness after death. Yoda had to do a very lot of shadow work. That's what we all have to do. Qui-Gon was just a guide like the rest of us are, and we still have, sadly, the devil to conquer within us. We are our own adversaries. No one can do this for us. We must forgive ourselves, basically what the devil is saying, or else we lose to, falling into the corrupt trap that we see. I would read from the book, but I think the devil kind of explains itself.
No, I think powerful cards today.
And it's a personal journey when it comes to the devil. Not even our guides can really, they can show us how to conquer the devil, but it's in the end, it is us that's doing the work, because we are our own adversaries, and that could be like other people, objects, addictions, and we all have them.
Going right in line with this. Thank you, Darth. Silver Fox, Miss Nina.
All right, Silver Fox, you got X-ray vision. Let's see what that one is. Ignore everything in your life that suggests that there's a problem. It's time to look past the illusory veil of petty struggles.
So that was
Oh, there's not.
Darth, can you mute yourself?
What?
Can you mute yourself? We
Yeah.
can hear you talking.
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
I do that a lot worded. Oh.
As soon as you take your attention off all that appears wrong, you will begin to notice all sorts of rights, signs, and clues. The universe is throwing buckets of clear guidance your way. See beyond the surface and the superficial. Soak in the deeper meaning. Soak in the refreshing water of truth. So hopefully that resonates for you, Silver Fox.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve. Candy Jim.
Candy Jim.
Candy Jim.
Right.
Jem. I guess it's a gemstone.
Who's my next one there, Wayne?
I have you with Robin Ledford.
All right. 8 of Swords. So you're at that point. You're at that point where you've got so many ideas going on that you are a bit lost within them, and you're a little concerned about which way, shape, or form that you're getting pulled by these ideas, and you don't want to, get hurt. You don't want to walk into the swords. You don't want to get cut, and you're a little blinded by the whole experience. And Thorisage is what's popped up, and Thorisage is about boundaries and protection. It's upright, just like the Eight of Swords also is. So your caution is well placed, and it's related to something that is kind of related to an actual like physical world issue. It's there's it revolves around all these ideas that you got, but all these ideas, they also involve your boundaries and your protections for yourself.
This is amazing. Thank you, Steve. Is that it, Steve?
I would also say radiance would be the aspect of the orange-bellied parrot too. Today everything is relating to this.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Steve. Jen, I am.
Hi, I am. So you've got the sun card. Yay, thank goodness. The most benevolent card. So the sun is shining on you, and you're managing to do that because the Five of Swords comes with this. And I don't know if you can see real clearly, but it's got the divine feminine star in the swords, but in the upside down, as you would see in the devil card. And there's this tapestry here of the emperor, but this sacrificial lamb here at his feet. So where there's conflict and nasty energies with this Five of Swords, it's turning literally the divine feminine upside down. That it's not given the rights and authority and reverence that it deserves. But, you are shining through that with, I don't know if you're being affected by a divine feminine energy that isn't acting quite so divine. But you're shining through that. You can see on this horse there is joy, happiness and glee here, and you can see the size of this wall too. And I know with Abby being a horse rider, she feels like she's flying when she jumps over big rocks and big walls and big fences with her horse, and her horse gets exhilarated too. So you've done exactly the right thing with the energies that are going on around you, these distorted upside down energies. You've used them to channel yourself, to be able to accelerate yourself big enough and high enough to conquer any wall. No wall exists to you. They only exist to cause more exhilaration in your life when you get over them. And so you have gotten over something this week, today, or this month, but I'm so proud of you because it takes a lot to turn that key to be able to just change that perspective. But you've done it, and it's a beautiful energy, and it's something that I can be truly proud of you for. So well done, because it isn't easy, but when you turn that key, when you turn that divine feminine star the right way up, and you use those energies and channel them properly, you realize, damn, why didn't I do this before? And it's because you needed to grow a little bit more, and you have, and you're basking in the sun, and you're basking in the growth and the acceleration of that. So don't feel bad for that. Just enjoy that to the max.
Far out. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Jen. Darth, I have Joyce. Are you serious? And then Nina, Robin Ledford, and then Steve Lavera. Nope. Excuse me. That was a double on that, Steve. I'll get to you on yours.
Joyce, you have the strength card, the number 8 arcana. Strength invite you to get your situation under control, to connect with your inner strength, to deal with the external pressures or internal conflict. This This may mean taking a moral stand, holding your ground or value, dealing dealing sensitively with hurt, anger, individually or wounded parts of self. The card also reminds you that you have the willpower to break addictions or negative thinking patterns.
Thank you. That's
there-
that word addiction comes up again. It's
Hmm.
so interesting, isn't
Is
it?
there a common pattern today?
It looks to be that way. Thank you there, Darth. Nina, Robin Ledford, and then Steve, consciously aware, and then Jennifer, you have Jenna. Jen, you have Jen with an olive. I digress. Carry on.
All right. All right, so I got entangled. Let's see what this one has. You would probably call what's about to happen synchronicity, or maybe even coincidence. Au contraire, the big truth is you are already connected to everything and everyone. Quantum physics has its own name for it, entanglement. The reason it appears that all ducks are lining up on your behalf right now is because you're finally paying attention. Let the games begin.
That's a far.
It resonates.
I don't care what anyone says. I love that deck. Thank you. Steve, consciously aware.
Consciously aware.
Consciously aware, as opposed to being subconscious,
Unconscious.
unconscious. I don't know.
Yeah, I can go off on that for people that how I work with the Thunder Wheel.
Who's my next one there, Wayne? I can start.
Let's see. I have you with Big Al.
Ooh, okay.
Big Al.
Right on.
And I guess you'll get 2 for 1. Big Al and Perry.
So you want me to pull 2 then?
Yeah, I mean, that's how we work those 2. I mean, they're a pair already. Could you imagine seeing them going down the road?
Oh,
I could see him with,
Mhm.
Brian's same hat on, anyway.
So 8 of Bows for consciously aware. 8 of Bows, the Hearthfire. So this is an energy of the warmth of family or community. So this revolves around the things that bring your social cohesion together. And this is okay. And we've popped up with Pertho reversed. So you've got this you've got the Hearthfire here. You've got this social cohesion. However, there's something involved with this situation where you are rolling the dice. You're taking a risk, and it's blocked energy. So what that's telling me is that the outcome is kind of, well, it's not going in your, as our favorite word here is, favor, right? So the favor of the outcome is a little bit wanting. So it's a little bit wanting, and so you have to go back and look at everything that you're doing around your social groups, where you feel your place and your warmth and your love and all that, and double check on what's really necessary, what isn't for you about them. And to kind of reevaluate that and to kind of refine your choices within it. That's very much a That's very much, that really kind of hits right in with expression and communication with our parrot. They're both fire, so.
Wow, far out. Thanks, Steve. Jen, you have Jenna.
Hey Jenna, so you've got the page of swords, but in reverse. Maiden of Swords in this deck. There's gossip going on, Jenna. Hurtful gossip. You know about it, or you have an inkling about it, and you're not wrong. It's gossip that's trying to damage you, shut you out of something, which isn't nice. And this is the reflection of people using these energies that are around us, rather than in a way to build up and grow from. They're using these energies in a way to externalize the things that they're not willing to work on. And so you're finding this quite a bit, but we have the 9 of Wands there too. You can see that this candle is in the corner. She's shut, she's in a cell, you know, there's others outside. She only has a very dim light in the corner. There's obstacles here, there's things, but other people are trying to create these obstacles for you. There needs to be just some discernment here about the energies that you have around you, because they're not serving you, and it's damaging. It's not nice, it's damaging, and you don't need it. You don't need it. And so this is one of the pluses of these energies. We get to see which people we have to be discerning about releasing, you know. And you'll feel that release once you're brave enough to refine and slim down the people that you have around you right now. Small is good.
Less is more.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I see. Thanks, Jen. Darth, I have gullibles for you.
You said who?
Gullibles.
Double, you have 3 of Cups. Joyful times are near. And just enjoying with friends and family. Sadly, I cannot be presently with my sister's wedding this week, which sucks. It usually tells like celebration. Maybe you have a wedding in your family. Maybe then again, Thanksgiving is coming up quick, so just enjoy it with close friends. Celebrate your hard work, your harvest in abundance.
Good. I like that one. The abundance card. I'm checking on that in my list. Thanks, Darth. And we're going to go for about another 10 minutes.
One of my favorite cards in the deck.
It's a good one.
And
Nina, pardon?
And I noticed a lot of people are getting married this time of year.
I
Is it
haven't
just
seen
me,
that.
or did that person have a marriage in the family to look forward to, a new birth?
Well,
celebration of life?
write us and let us know. That's how we can find out.
Mhm.
Not to cut you off, Darth, I'm trying to get everybody in
Yep.
here as quick as we can.
Ugh.
Big Al and
Right.
Perry, Nina.
No.
All right, so for Big Al, we got heartbeat. I noticed numbers 49. I don't know if that means anything, but heartbeat for Al. Your heart is wide open as a dance club on Saturday night. Remember that old expression your parents used? I love you to the moon and back. That's how you feel about everyone. Enjoy this blissful state of love, sweet love. More is coming too. Then for Barry, we got time to fly. It may seem like a gamble, but there's a little intel from the universe. That leap into the unknown you've been waffling over. Not only is the safety net already in place, but there's a posse of angels waiting with champagne, chocolate, and Egyptian cotton sheets. Ready?
I'm there. Hey, Perry, inviting us, man. Chocolate. Steve, I have David Castle on here.
All right, David.
David, so good to see you back, buddy.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. All right, so okay, so David, you're popping up with King of Vessels, which is represented by an eel. King of Vessels, so that's the King of Cups. All right, so you've been really upset lately. You've been you've been not having a good emotional time over here, and let's see, young guys popped up, so that's underscoring things. And let's see. Okay, I've got Raido reversed. So what this means is that you're having a lot of trouble making things happen. Basically, right? This is about your journey. This is about the process, the ritual of the matter. When Raido is reversed, you're gonna want to go back and look at your resources, your wealth, and you want to kind of reassess it because you've probably not realized that you have incomplete materials for finishing the process, and then once you're able to get that turned around, you'll be a much happier king.
I can dig that. Thank you, buddy. Jennifer, I have Sarah Horton.
Oh, and Radiance.
Radiance again. And for you, Nina, I have Balanka coming up on your side.
Hey Sarah, Sarah's so lovely to me on my daily energy readings, and I really appreciate that because your messages are always lovely. So Sarah, this 8 of Wands again has come up. 8 is a prominent number. It's that infinity, it's the cycles, it's the yin, it's the yang, it's the balance, it's the conveyor belt. But it's coming up to you in some kind of conflict with this swords card, this 5 of Swords. Again, this has come up for me again tonight, I think twice now. There's conflict here. There's words, things thrown. There's no real winners in this conflict. You know, everybody looks a bit forlorn. Nobody feels like that they've won anything. There's things that you're trying to be, things people are trying to enter in with to you with these messages. Firing back and forth. The best advice is there's going to be maybe some very prominent, very jerk-like reactions where you really want to respond, you really want to feed energy into that. All you'll be doing is blowing on flames with this air, and it's pointless. It'll just come back and burn your eyebrows. So, you know, as much as you want to, and you know you've got the right words because you know you're an intelligent lady with a beautiful way with words, it's still low. Don't give that energy to that. Don't feed that fire with your intellect, with your wisdom, with your words. Don't cast your pearls when they're not going to even be worn nicely. They're not even going to be listened to. All you're going to do is fuel that fire. I'd rather you fuel your own fire and turn those words on yourself. Give those words to yourself. Release those words. Everything that you want to say to that person, say it to yourself and release it. See it as a gift of whatever trigger points it brings up within you. It gives you a beacon to know what to work on in this new moon, these new energies that we're coming into. So, you know, use it, turn it around. Don't give them what they want, turn it around. Let their fire go out while you build up your fire within. And with that, wisdom grows, knowing what to get involved in and what not to. Much love,
Thank
Sarah.
you, Jen. For some reason, I always get the picture of putting lipstick on a pig, you know. You're wasting the lipstick, you know.
Wasting
The
it.
pig is still going to be the pig.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Thank you, Jen. Darth, I have Chris Garcia. And Nina, who did I say you had coming up next?
I can't even remember the name now.
That's
Oh,
good
Blanca.
because
Blanca.
yeah, Blanca. Okay,
Blanca.
thank you, thank you.
Chris, you have the King of Cups. This king often. Let me restart over there. This king is often an advisor, academist, artist, or business person. And in tarot generally represent the ideal male partner. Kind and charisma, he is sensitive to others, but his inability to deal with his own, but he is ability to deal with his own strong emotions, meaning he can appear distant. Sorry, I'm having trouble speaking today. uh,
That's all right.
apply.
Don't get frustrated.
Where was I? Apply to a situation, take balance, view in order to heal disputes. Also, be reassured that you can manage your emotion when the pressure is on.
Thank you, Darth. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, just remember I have a fire tongue in my chart. I have Mars and Aries and Ketu together in my third house, so not really the best of time for me right now.
That's all right. That's all right. Listen, we fully understand. Appreciate that, buddy. Let's see. So Nina Balanca, and then
All right.
Steve, I have Susie Q for you, and Jen, I have Jules coming up, and that may do it.
All right, so this is the last one for me then today. It was for Blanca, which seems to be a reoccurring kind of thing right now. This is a good time with this full moon to hasta la vista, baby. Sometimes remember that song Queen Elsa sings in the Disney movie Frozen when she unleashes her magic? Well, if you didn't catch the animated flick, it's time to let it go. Walk away. And just like you never look back at the trash can when you leave the curb, don't give it a second glance. It's time for new beginnings. Out with the old and in with the new. That pretty much sums up the energy right now. So
It does. I mean, this has been the freaking theme. I mean, thank you, Nina. So Steve, Susie Q, and then you will finish it out, Jen, with Jules. Give it another. Okay, seems cool.
Okay. The Six of Bows. Abundance.
ooh.
Six of Bows. So this is your this is where all of that that action towards towards doing what you got to do is now you're in those provisions. You're in those provisions of the reward of your labor, and we have here. We have Bershkana reversed. Bershkana reversed. So that's interesting. So you've got all this abundance, but you're having trouble developing it, right? Bershkana once again bring up development. If I hadn't mentioned it before other times that this has come up in other streams, but Rosh Hashanah is very much akin to pregnancy and the idea of expecting a child, and that energy also is applicable to anything that is in its developmental process. So the transformation process is what needs to go. So you kind of want to look towards that kind of core fiery passion, and you want to give this thing in development with your abundance. You want to feed it with that cooking fire, if you will. The bun is not done in the oven. So radiance is what you've got going on with the parrot.
I love the theme, and I just want to let everyone know, we're sorry if we didn't get to you. We try to carry it over to the next one, but folks, I mean, you just it's just a lot of people. Thanks, Steve. So Jennifer, we'll let you close it out for us.
Okay, this is for Jules, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, Jules. So another 5. So 8 and 5 have been really prominent for me today. You can see this is the 5 of cups. You can see 3 of these cups, 3 of these vessels, chalices are tipped over. Whatever is in them has gone to ground. They're empty now. The ground has transmuted them, but you're still staring at them. There's this cloaked figure here with shoulders hunched over, all stressed in the shoulders. You may have had an achy neck lately. It's really hard for you at the minute to know that what has been lost here, what has been tipped over, was time. It wasn't a lasting thing. You have behind you the other 2 cups that are sitting upright with the balance of everything that you need in the divine feminine, divine masculine. It's time to not look outside of yourself and externalize your emotions, but look within and really challenge yourself to find out what you're driven to, what you're drawn towards, what really gets your water stirred up in a good way. There's a little bit of an addiction here almost to concentrating on something just out of habit. It's gone, it's lost, it's in the ground. The ground's already used it. That's already used it and transmuted it and doing something else with it. You still have this behind you. By looking behind you, by looking within, under this dark cloak that you've put over yourself, and let go of this addiction to this sadness of whatever it is you're sad about. And when it's easy to get addicted to sadness, because sadness is usually the last part of the process of letting go of things. So if we have been reluctant to let go of anything emotionally, of course we're going to cling on to the sadness for as long as we can, because it's the last slither, it's the last taste of whatever's gone to ground. On the bottom, on the other deck, with the other card that came out was the Judgment card. This keeps coming out. This is the hum, this is the call, this is the trumpet call, calling you from your deep. Look, you're in dark, coffin-like, tomb-like parts of the ground here, and you're in a dark cloak here. But you need to be naked. Strip yourself bare of this dark cloak. This dark cloak only comes from these 3 cups that are spilled over. Strip yourself bare and listen to this hum and stop believing that your dreams can't come true. Stop believing that you cannot be all that you expected to be when you were a child, all that you expected to be as a young adult. This is your call. And believe it or not, the losses here have been channeling you right to here. You just need to turn around and go within and go for it. Confidence, confidence, confidence.
What a day. We're going to have, and we'll talk amongst our group here, but it's almost like we need to go 90 minutes. This is just amazing. And I apologize. I know there were people who were waiting that, well, we just didn't happen that way.
Oddly, that last 2 cards spoke well for me. The one that Jennifer read.
Good. I saw a theme here. I kept score count: addiction, unbalance,
The devil.
healing, conflict, and abundance for transformation. So there we go. Steve, thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Jennifer,
Thank you.
you're just a jewel. Nina, you're just a mystic. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you very
And
much.
Dar, thank you for filling in for Miss Amber. Amber will be
You're
back
wel-
next week.
you're quite
And
welcome.
and we appreciate it. Everyone, thank you for, and those who didn't get we'll get you next week the best we can. But we thank you for your support, and you've made this the show that it's become. It's an success. So thank you all so very much. Anyone want to say anything before we go?
I just think that, that the life cycle is violent. It's difficult. You watch a seed in slow motion, you see that eruption, and you can imagine it might hurt, just like giving birth to a child in the physical. There's a lot of pain involved. There's that eruption involved. And we're going through that as a collective right now. And like it or not, this might sound harsh, but somebody needs to hear it, in that nature is quite sterile in a way, in its way of thinking, but natural, in that the weak often can be separated from the strong, because they know that the strong part of a pride, maybe, or a wolf pack, or whatever it might be, they have to sustain strength in their numbers. They have to sustain a wisdom in their numbers. They can't put themselves at risk by having too many weak members. And so I think a lot of the energies that are going on right now are challenging us to be of the higher frequency in that separation, and we can use that as a almost game on. Then, all right, game on. I'm going to get through this. I'm going to roll with this, and I'm going to excel through this with that judgment card, so that you get to be the strong part of the pack. Do
the battle cry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm keep hearing the Vikings to Valhalla, sort of.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the other
or the
side.
Rocky theme. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum, dum.
Another comment we might see here is a lot of inner work that needs to be done for all of us before we can get our abundance.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, inner work is always required, but I come from a little different perspective. The universe is not lacking in anything.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Yeah, there you go, Nina.
It's all about releasing, whatever that is, and wellness. Yeah, this is a good energy to do that, and it seemed to be a theme with all of these readings, is to let go of what no longer serves us, and take extra care of yourself within this energy. Self-care, self-love, healing, whatever that looks for you. Yeah.
I hear Sting, if you love someone, let them go. That's what you have to do. Just all right. So this was the commentary. Thank you, panel. Y'all are the best. And folks, support these folks. In the coming weeks, you can see 90 minutes. And I'll tell you, if I was keeping a scorecard from what I've seen, we're batting near 1,000. So there we go.
Speaking of 1,000, I'm still trying to manifest 1,000 subs on YouTube. So please subscribe.
Okay.
It's like a magic number.
All right.
Magic number YouTube. So.
All right. So we can get everyone in the inner core to get to 1,000. We can do that, folks, just among ourselves. So Steve, Jennifer, Nina, and Darth, I don't know if you have a channel, but if you do,
nope.
Up there. Okay. All right. Well, you just put your energy to see him, and it'll come back to you 100-fold.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all are the best.
BOSTO.
BOSTO, everybody. All right.